Never that word again.
Hunt.
Ain't no such thing.
You are tuned in to Talk Show Kings on TV 1061.
Man, what they gonna do with this black on black crime, man? I'm sick of this. Thank you for watching another edition of Talk Show Kings on TV 1061. We'll be seeing you soon.
Welcome to another edition of Talk Show Kings. I'm very excited. Today is Easter. It's a special edition of Talk Show Kings. First, I would like to thank our producer, Felix Washington, and the city of Douglasville, Georgia, and around the world for allowing us to come into your home. My name is King Allah, and to my left is
King Darwin, and to my left is
King Ralph, and together
we are the Talk Show Kings.
Hey man, we got two good topics today. The first one is how nothing in this life is free. Absolutely nothing. And we're gonna get into that. And the second one is a real hot topic. Everybody's talking about it, P. Diddy. And we got one question, did he do it? But first, I'm gonna expound on nothing being free. You know, a lot of times in life, there's things that seem that it's easy, or you know, people always want to follow the trend, and everything looks so like you can get all this money by doing this. It looks easy. Nothing's free, nothing at all. In fact, I got people around me. I write books, and my people around me think it's easy. They think it's easy. I'm gonna write a book. I'm still waiting on some of my friends to finish the book, but nothing's free, man. Knowledge ain't free. Air is not even free no more. They trying to charge people for air, believe it or not, through a carbon tax with the
Wow.
with the climate change agenda, and that's another topic. But how do you feel about that? Nothing being free, brother.
Wow, yeah, that's a deep topic. Nothing's being free. I don't believe nothing is free anymore. You know, things used to be free, I think, back in the day, but nowadays, like you say, we're paying for heat. We're paying for electricity.
Right.
We're paying for water. You know, but back in the day when we were, you know, off the grid, I would say, you know, everything was free. You know,
Right.
we lived off the land. You know, and so once they changed our lifestyles around and you know, and put us in these fancy, you know, homes and created this system, you know, of taxation.
Right.
Right.
You
Right.
know.
Taxation.
You know, now, you know, it's about, you know, paying your way in life, you know. And I think it adds a lot of stress to us, a lot of stress to a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know, I know people have passed away from stress
Yeah, man.
because of, you know, the taxation, you know.
Right.
Yes.
Just to live. It's just unbelievable how
It's-
this system is just bloomed into this, you know, this. If you don't have the money, guess what? You out on the streets, and that's another big crisis, you know. The homeless.
Well, you know, I want to say something.
you
Now,
think,
no,
Scott?
I agree and disagree. I agree what you said. We used to live off the land. I was born in Mississippi
Yes.
in the early 60s. I remember we didn't even have lights. It was a lantern we have. And we used to cold heat. We never had no central heat. We had a big fireplace and had those heavy quilts.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Belly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we had the outhouse.
Oh,
and,
man.
and the water, we had a well. And actually, it tastes a little funny, but it was really healthy. It's weird that you said that. But I that's the part I agree with you. But
Yes.
I don't believe life have never been free. But it's supposed to be resurrection day today. The first thing people say, well, Jesus paid the price, which he did. I have a problem with dates. I understand. I'm not trying to get in with the strivers and all this stuff.
Right.
But what I'm looking at is that, to me, it's never been free because everybody pays the price. And true enough, even Jesus paid the price for our salvation. But if you think about, you go back in Adam and Eve, what was the price they paid for eating the forbidden fruit?
Right.
Everybody pays. And what happened? It was cast out, but we do have a God that still loved them and clothed them. And then it went on. And then what happened when they had Cain and Abel? Cain was jealous of Abel. He killed his
Right.
brother. He had to pay a
point.
price. It was cast out. And then we get into the days, jumping it through now, what you was talking about. What's that? $1.99 you get oven free.
Right.
Really?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And China selling those things, a billion products for a penny, and you paying that, you think you got a deal. Ooh, I got a deal. And we do it to each other. We sell each other a raggedy car. Oh, I got a deal. I got a
Right.
deal. Then the car break down the highway. It is what it is.
I got an interesting point to make off of what you just said. I was thinking about the animals and how the animals don't pay for living, right? In the forest, they don't pay. And I
Yes.
think there was a time when we was, like you said, living off the land, the meetings,
Absolutely.
cutting down a tree, making the house out of the
Absolutely.
tree, digging the well, right? Growing the food, and everything's supposed to be free,
Free.
God-given free. But we know this system that we living in, the Matrix,
That's right.
they done switched it and changed it into what it is now.
Yes.
This
Yes.
mega business
Big
corporation,
business. Big business.
and nothing is
Exactly.
free now.
Yes.
And no, you're right about that. What about Walmart? Is Walmart really Walmart? They had to pay a price.
Right.
It's allegedly said China owned everything here. And when you go to Walmart, they ran so many mom and pop businesses out
Out
of
of business.
You know, you read the corner stores when you was a kid.
right.
They called it the sweet shop.
Oh, yeah.
And then once they got your money, Walmart had everything from getting your hair products, food, hot food, and they got your business. But I look at life as that, you know, you think about it. Look at the competing stores competing each other. The gas stations right across the street from each other.
Yep.
You know, one going this way, one that way. So they say, well, we both want the deal. The deal they came with, instead of being a penny short, let's keep it the same price, and they're going to go to either or. So
Right.
who wins? Not the consumer, but they win.
Right.
So I just look at it, and I'm glad the topic you brought up, King Ali. I'm glad because we keep going through life and keep thinking something is free. Marriage is not even free.
Right.
Divorce is not free. Having
Yeah.
kids are not free.
Definitely
Guess
not
what?
free.
Murder it's not free because
Right.
you're gonna do what?
You're gonna do a lot of time.
You're gonna do
And you gotta
time.
spend a lot of money in prison. After
Absolutely.
all them years you in there,
Absolutely.
you know, you buying
Exactly.
stuff.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And no, that's how I look at life, you know. So I'm glad you came with that topic. It's a real good topic today because we look at our parents and we think that, wow, my parents had it hard. But think about their parents.
Right.
And think about their parents and so on. You know who really struggled? Slaves.
That's right. Yeah. Without
Come on.
doubt.
Free labor.
Yeah, free
That's
labor,
free.
man, that's free. Speaking
Okay.
of the word
Yeah,
free.
yeah.
Now I'm talking, right?
yeah, yeah.
Free labor.
yeah.
How many people got those businesses because of our people on our backs? And then they goes like, oh, that was a long time ago.
Right.
It changed now.
But they're still benefiting. The offspring is still benefiting from the acts of slavery.
Exactly.
Yes, those years.
So
of
that's
Now
what
we
makes
getting
it,
there.
you know, it's still like a crime in a way. Like you still benefiting from the crime,
Exactly.
and you still benefit. That's like acting in concert.
Yes, absolutely.
And shoot, and what benefit that we have? I mean, look at African Americans, the inventions, red
Yeah,
lights, tables and
man.
chairs,
Everything.
freezer, cold air, black woman GPS.
Man, so many things. I never cease to amaze me. All of the inventions I keep hearing about. It was one thing. It was a story of a little black kid with his mother saying, "Mom, what would happen if there was no black people?" And then she said, "Oh, let's find out." And as she's walking, she said, "Well, it wouldn't be no stoplights. It wouldn't be no escalators.
That's right.
It wouldn't be no everything. Refrigerator wouldn't be this. Wouldn't be that." And at the end of the story, it was about 100 inventions in the story
Yes,
that the mother was
exactly.
telling the son. What would happen if there was no black people?
Yes,
Man.
yes, absolutely. We invented everything.
Yeah.
We invented literally.
They literally everything that's
Literally.
important, yeah.
Yeah.
And who
yeah,
took credit for
yeah.
it?
Right, so then the Europeans took credit for a lot of them inventions, and they're now starting to get the credit. The black men starting to get the credit today for the inventions they stole.
Years
the ones
back.
that they stole years back.
I had an invention. I had
Man.
the beard thing. Give me chills to tell you that. I called a guy. It was about 7, 8 years ago. It was called the Beard Dominator. And a guy, it was a white guy, called me about 6 months later. Hey, how does this thing work? I said, what? And I was in my tractor trailer driving. It was a driver. He said, well, how does this thing work? I didn't think he knew what I had. This thing, Bill Dominator, like, well, he said, well, how it work? I said, well, it's kind of personal. He said, well, look, I ain't going to call you again. And I'm like, I can't, and I so help me goodness, I see it on the market today. But I
Wow.
cannot prove it.
Wow, so you
They-
told them what it was about?
I didn't even tell him. He knew about it because someone I gave it to. The company, for to have keep yourself private.
And that's what you got to understand too. It's nothing private.
Private,
Right.
free.
If it's
exactly.
something that
Yup.
you know that you might have an invention or an idea or that you might have, it's nothing private. If
That's
you give
right.
it to somebody, if you tell somebody,
Even the
you can't trust them
the
to
company
hold
you
that.
go to get the license, they can deny you the what do you call it, the patent?
Yes, the
They
patent.
can
patent
deny
office.
you and then make it, then patent it themselves. They can deny
Well,
you.
the slave, they did that. A lot of slaves get that, and he didn't have the money. They went and got
Yeah.
their family members, just bring $50
Yeah.
and claim it. And then when they got it, they didn't know how to work it.
Yes.
So they looked at us like, hey, I hire you, come over here. I give you this. And that was their invention. Can you imagine that?
Man,
It happens all the time. It happens today, That's why I got inventions. I'm scared to tell them.
right.
I'm scared to
Right.
tell
Yeah,
them.
you can
Literally.
tell literally.
Somebody gonna steal it.
Right.
So it's hard to put it out and hard to be able to create it myself because I'm not an engineer.
That's exactly.
I can't create it myself,
Right.
but you got to trust somebody. So
You got to.
one day
And
I'll
it's not about this anymore. It's anybody.
Yeah,
That's right.
Anybody
Oh,
else.
yeah,
Right.
anybody.
Being that today is Easter, right? Let's tie this in, like you saying, to Easter, to the holiday today. Today's a holiday. I'm not a religious man, but I respect all the traditions of
Yeah.
religion, stuff like that. And I know you are more religious man than me.
Oh, I'm not
spiritual
perfect.
being.
I fall short like anybody else.
Okay.
I might cuss or something. I don't pray to be like some preacher, and that's why I like people down to earth. You're human.
Right.
And then you had to go home and think about it and repent. And I won't go to you or my mother and dad. I go directly to God. And so I think that's what it was. But as you were saying, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. That's all I wanted to do. Is expound on religion for today, because today's Easter.
Well, we was talking about free.
Yes.
Yes.
And what is religion free? Is that free?
Wow,
It's
that's
the price for
another that's
everything.
not free.
I done
for
served
religion?
under pastors that played the game. You get in this row. This is a $50 row. This is a $100 row.
man.
This is a $200. That means the prayer is the same prayer. And I sit there and watch. I was an armor bearer for a pastor in California. And I'm gonna tell you something. The most hurting thing I was dealing with, I can't do this, God, I can't do this. I see this man. And then when I declaimed him to put him out there, he tried to say, oh, he this and that about me. I had my daughter went to church, and some guy, his name was Pastor such and such. Hey, he trying to get with my young daughter. He just called me Tyrone. My daughter said, Dad, I feel funny because he was trying to buy me a battery and all this and say, you know, I like you, sister such and such, and I like your kids. But you see, I'm not knocking
Wow.
it. It's all out here. It's not just in ministry. It's in government.
Right.
It's your regular jobs.
But what if a person goes into your church, he sits down, he listens to the sermon, the offering tray go around, he don't have any money, he don't put anything in, right? He just sat there, he listened to the word, and then after the sermon, he got up, he left. Was that free?
No, you got the word. In other words,
So did he get the word? Was that free? Because
Well-
we gotta look at things.
I know, true.
You know, was that free?
and that's a good acknowledgement.
Yeah, you know.
But I can
he didn't
see-
have the money to
But
pay.
he didn't have it, right.
He didn't have the money to pay.
Yeah, but that's I was growing up in Mississippi, I remember, and it's kind of funny, but it's not. But just go and touch the plate. It's like you blessing the plate. Everybody had their little thing.
Yeah,
But you know,
right.
I done seen preachers preach a heck of a sermon, and you see everybody. Oh my God, he preached the word. Everybody come out their pocket. When they get back to the pastor, hey, you know, all we got is $25. And now you seen money thrown there, but
Right.
the pastor I was serving under in Cali, I love that man's spirit. That man used to be on cocaine, which he failed. I won't say any name, but God is good. He picked himself back up. God picked him up. But my whole point, he said, what you could do about it.
Right.
Because, you know, I just wish, as you say, as we said, nothing is free. True, because lights got to be paid.
Right.
You got to pay for the camera, all these different things. But when you rob, and then they make you feel guilty. Would a man rob God? And then, suppose you say, Lord, our old lady paid her taxes all her life, our old man. Now they're sick. They need help from the church.
Right.
Is that free? Well, let's look at the books. Let's see. Well, you pay that every month. Tell you what, we'll give you a little something. We'll send such and such a sister by your house and check it out. But you didn't send such and sister by my house. I was paying the tithes every week.
Yeah.
I was there, and you want to do things because I know people personally. A very good friend of mine, and her name. I know she's looking today. Her name is
Okay.
Meta. One of the sweetest people. Oh, we got a call in.
Caller today.
Okay.
Caller? Okay. Let's see who's calling in. Yes, hello. This is Talk Show Kings. Yes, hello. This is Talk Show Kings. Who do you have the pleasure of talking to?
Yes, you're talking to the Reverend. How you doing?
All right. What's going on, Reverend?
Hey, I just want you guys to let you know you're doing an awesome job. But I did want
Thank
to
you.
chime in on the conversation.
All right, brother.
All right.
That's good. That's good. What is it? What you got to say, brother? King Lundy?
King Lundy.
I want you to know that the only thing is free is salvation. Salvation is free, and that's what God allowed us to have, is that salvation. And I listen to you guys when you say that, and that's a key point that you made, King Raphael, that the Bible says, will a man rob God? And yes, men rob God every single day, but God says, bring your tithes and offering to the storehouse. That's all he said, is bring your tithes and offerings. He didn't say bring your car note. He didn't say bring your mortgage. He didn't say bring your money that you keep in your pocket. He said, bring the tithes and the offerings to the storehouse. And you see, if man was to give God his tithe and offerings, he'll give that back to you 3 or 4 times fold more. So what he's saying is, you give me a little bit and I'll bless you with a lot. So no, it isn't he's charging. Now see, you got pastors and preachers that they accept money and do money for one thing. But if you do it by the will and the way of God, the way it was designed, then everybody will get what God promises. And those are the blessings. So that's the reason why the preachers take the tithes and offerings, not to ride around in Bentleys and Mercedes and Benz, but he does it for the church so that the church can operate off those tithes and offerings. But the only thing is free is salvation.
Hey, King, I need to ask him a question. What is salvation?
Salvation is the hope that we have that God has instilled in us. The resurrection is because of the salvation and the love that God had for us, that he gave his only begotten son to die. See, you can't have salvation but through Jesus Christ. You can't go through Mark to get it. You can't go through Jacob or Abraham. Salvation is only through Jesus Christ. He said in the Bible, he said, I am the light, the truth, and the way. No man enters but through me. So we find that salvation through Jesus Christ.
And I just want to say on that, because I don't keep you too long, the resurrection was the hope. Because he came back, that's when people had hope. Because he said...
Absolutely.
And so I agree with you on
I
that.
appreciate you calling in too, King. We miss your presence here today.
Absolutely. So I just wanted to chime in to let you guys know you're doing a wonderful job.
Oh, thank you.
I
Thank
truly
you.
hate that I'm not there today, but I'm dealing with some back issues.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, man. I hope you get better.
So God bless y'all, man. Keep doing
Thank
what
you.
you're doing. Shout out to Felix, man. You're doing a great
Yes, sir.
Thanks,
Talk to
thanks,
you guys
thanks,
later.
brother. Thanks, King Lundy. I'm glad you called in. But I had one thing to ask.
Yeah, go
One thing to
ahead.
ask. When you saying salvation is free, right?
Right,
So
right.
salvation is free, but is it a price that a person has to pay? Is it something that a person needs to do in order to get that
Absolutely.
salvation?
And see, what we got to understand is that, see, the price has already been paid. There's nothing else that we got to pay. See, he died on the cross in Calvary, Golgotha. See, the price has already been paid. We ain't got to pay no more prices.
So you don't. So they don't. So a person.
Been paid.
So a person doesn't have to do anything. He's just automatically. He's automatically saved. He automatically has salvation. So he don't have to. He don't. He don't have to. He don't. What, he don't have. Is it a certain way that he must walk? Make this walk.
The only thing that God asks you to do is seek ye first the kingdom of God, and I'll add unto you all the righteousness. Let me
Okay.
say that again. The only thing he said is seek me first, and
Okay.
then I'll add and give you everything you need.
Okay. So that's.
I'm gonna close this right here. When people get the Holy Bible, they see on that Bible, holy than Bible. But they never understand what the Holy Bible means per letter. Per letter, the Holy Bible means he only left you basic instructions before leaving earth.
Okay, so those basic instructions. All right, brother, and we're gonna let you go, and we're gonna let you go, and we glad you called in.
Thanks for calling, brother.
Thanks, brother.
All right,
Enjoy
King
your
Lundy.
day, King Lundy.
Hey, you better.
Yeah, shout out
And so
to
that's
King
and
Lundy.
that's all I was gonna say.
Right.
Because that's still, you gotta do something.
You gotta do something. And
It's something that you gotta get in return.
Yeah,
You know, you gotta
work.
do something in order to get it.
That's a
So
fact.
it's not given unless you do the required.
That's right. Because you
Which-
can't be a savage.
But you can
And go in
communicate with the Most High for free.
That's right. That's
Now
right.
that's what I would say.
well,
That's because I'm a spiritual being.
Yeah, me too.
Now
I'm a
listening
spiritual
to
being, yeah.
to the religious side of it, and I can understand what he's saying too. That you might not have to do a lot. Seek Him first, and and let whatever the situation may occur.
Right.
But it's still work that's required.
No, I just want to say
Right?
something.
Is it work that's
so you gotta
required
change it
in
so
order
far.
for you to have
keep it going.
salvation?
So you got to continue doing something. You just can't
Right.
say, well, I agree He died for us. We still have to honor Him by walking in His will, what He wants us to do. Love each other as brothers. Treat someone as you treat your own family member. Yourself. Treat that person as hungry in the streets. Say like I want to say that we was talking about Easter, and I don't agree with that. I hate those titles. Just like I hate the titles when people say I'm this, I'm that. You ain't got to tell me what y'all, just walk. I'm going to see your
right.
walk, your attitude.
Your actions
like
gonna speak
Thanksgiving.
louder than your words.
Thanksgiving, you feed the hungry once a year. Well, I'm going
Right.
to pay a price and feed them once a year, but the rest of 365, 4 days, well, what you doing? I feel confident. People got driving these, like you say, the pastors driving the big cars, and maybe you ain't doing something right. Yeah, I'm paying tithes. I see people lost their home and
That's
different
right.
things.
Yeah,
but
but they paid the
Pastor
tithe.
London was right in a
Yes.
lot of ways. I think he hung up, didn't he?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, he hung
yes,
up.
he's
So
up
I'm
to
just saying to you, I hear that, but you might want to mention that we're missing another king also.
Oh yeah, Nate, King Nate, man. Shout out to King Nate, man.
Yes.
We hope you get well, man. He
Yes,
has a
yes.
few medical issues that he has to deal with.
Yes.
And we just
We miss you.
praying
Miss you,
for a
brother.
speedy recovery,
Both of you
brother.
brothers, we miss y'all.
Yeah,
King
man,
Lundy
definitely,
also.
definitely. Cause there's 5 kings on this show. We
Yeah.
just alternate and stuff like that.
But so that's what it was, far as, that's what I wanted to clarify.
Yeah.
Right.
How do y'all feel about that, being free? Is it really free? Or is it still a price you must pay?
It made me think about my Christian brothers and sisters taking advantage of the system of I'm gonna go sin, but I'm gonna keep, I'm gonna just go try to wash it up, on Sunday.
Yeah.
And
And
I
be
see
forgiven.
people,
Yeah.
right? Because I see
Yeah.
people taking advantage of that.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't want to just pick out anybody. Like, you go to Catholic church.
Yes.
You say, oh, Father, forgive me. And you're free. You say how many Hail Marys. Now, look, I don't knock anybody religion. I'm a non-denomination. And I do know, I don't call my mom or dad or you. I always say God sits high, but He looks low.
Right.
I asked the Lord one time, and I talked to Him like we all do pray. I talked to God like this. I said, Lord, why I'm asking you for something? I mean, that's I'm at home. I mean, by myself. Why I'm asking you for this and that? And you know what I'm going to do. God didn't say anything. The Holy Spirit came the next day and said, God knows what you're going to do. He said, the only thing you don't know. See, our mind, we set the wonder. Somebody can tell you something, we're running for it. It's free. Come on. When you get that, they told me it was free. Nah, you got to give something up.
Right.
Well, what? I mean, hey, well, how much you got in your pocket?
That's right.
So,
Yeah, just like you were saying, the buy one, get one free.
Right, it really ain't free.
It ain't free.
Nah.
You just paid for one that really is
Like
the
pay
price
for
that
both.
they done paid triple for. You really bought 5 of them, but
Yeah.
they're just gonna give you one.
Right. Exactly.
For free.
Right.
They
probably,
literally.
like you said, the amount
Because
you
the
pay
markup,
That's right.
The
There you go.
markup on the product
Especially don't
is so
sit there.
high.
That's right.
That it's still paying for that and the others.
Like the
Yeah,
food.
you know, yeah.
It sat there, and I've seen them redo it and make it look all pretty and stuff.
Yeah.
Ooh, what to say, manager's special price.
Right,
And you
right.
think you got a nice steak, get on, wait a minute, something ain't right.
Right. Yeah, and it
But,
costs
yeah.
too less.
But that's another show because
Right.
I tell you, I got something to say on that. But I'm going back to the point that my daughter said something to me. She said, Dad, I remember my daughter's into the church, into the Lord. She said, Dad, I remember when you used to tell me about God. And you used to always tell me nothing ain't free. And then I see salvation. If you don't live right, what's going to happen? You're going to pay a price.
You wrong.
You know what I'm saying? If you don't act right, somebody gonna pull you over and you didn't do what I tell you to do, even though they might be in the wrong, bam, you get hit over the head, you pay a price. We all pay a price. I'm not gonna leave this studio and believing that anything is free. True, salvation is free because King Lundy was right. Jesus paid the price. He suffered. and who really paid the price? It wasn't Jesus. Who really paid the price was His Father.
Gave up his son, yeah.
Gave up his only begotten son.
Right.
And King Lundy was right about that. And we sure do miss those other kings. I feel like we have a whole family here or something.
Right.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, man. Keeping on the topic, you know, is anything free? I mean, that's free. I'm like, it's
The
something.
only thing
is free
is my communication line with the Most High. That's
Right.
free. That don't cost me anything.
Thank you.
Right.
Now that's
free.
answer.
I can
spiritual
communicate
man.
as a spiritual being.
Yeah.
I can communicate with
that's
the Most
exactly
High,
what-
and it doesn't
concept.
cost me anything.
and go into from spirituality to religion,
Yes.
it's gonna cost you.
It's gonna cost you.
Yes.
Spirituality doesn't cost that nothing. It's like you said, your relationship with the Most High.
It's a relationship, man.
Right.
That, you know, he opens the door for, you know, for all of us, you know,
Right.
to have that one-on-one.
You answered my question. That's the biggest thing you could have said today.
And that's the freest
That's
thing
the free, because like I said,
Right.
God didn't say I'm gonna charge you.
Right.
He didn't say I'm gonna do this. Well, you know I helped you out last week.
Right.
You know, because Lord knows I done stumbled so many times. I thank God for picking me back up. You know, so all I'm just saying to you, that was really, that's cold. Because I ain't never heard you have a price tag.
Yeah, you don't say, hey, you gotta hit that, you know, hey, let me hit that card
That
before
cash
you.
app or
Yeah, let me.
something.
If you cash at me, I'ma listen. You know,
And
he
Black
never
Church
say
brings in about, I think they said $4 billion a week or something like that. Or
Now I want to say a week, not a week, not a big,
Yeah.
but maybe a year.
no, pardon me, a year. Maybe it was a year.
year.
You're right.
In a
I'm
year.
sorry. You're right.
I think it's the year.
It was like the
yeah,
year
yeah,
because
yeah.
they said every Sunday it was a certain amount. It was 100.
But does it bother you
Yeah.
when you see people in jets flying out and saying, "Hey,
I need a
this
new
church,
one.
this plane, this Learjet for all of us," and you know good and well
Right,
we
it
ain't gonna
does.
touch the plane or something. Is that free? It was free for who?
For what's the brother name?
But see, people don't like to talk about that when you talk about their pastor. They don't talk about my pastor. He not like that. He's a man, a woman of God. I'm not knocking them because, hey, God is judge, jury, execution,
Yeah, I
not
can't.
me.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not. You know, I can't judge him and judge no man or think, you know, a certain way about it if he got a, you know, a jet or if he, you know, got a Bentley, you know.
Yes.
That's that person's, you know, decision. That's that man's, you know, that's a
Hey,
man's decision.
we're about to take a little quick break, and we'll be right back to you with more Talk Show Kings right after this message.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Lauren and welcome to TV 1061. Join our network and broadcast your film live across the continent. Come to our studio and film and stream your TV show, sitcom, and showcase and broadcast it worldwide. Combine multimedia with your live stream. Independent filmmakers show your movie and afterwards interview your cast live. Sponsors, advertisers, I'm talking to you. This is your chance for global exposure. These are exciting times that we're in. Traditional TV is but a thing of the past. TV 1061 is on the Roku platform. Roku is an industry leader in internet TV. It has a viewership of 53 million and counting. It is the most popular and fastest growing internet TV platform. If you are interested in developing and showcasing your movie or show, or interested in coming in as a sponsor or advertiser, please send us your contact information with a brief description of your interest to 1061tv@gmail.com.
Today's world exposes our youth to life experiences that are well beyond that which their years should allow. Violence, trauma, poverty, injustice. Our children's lives and their livelihoods are in constant danger. Wisdom Inc. is a community-based organization designed to save young lives by reducing violence and assisting youth in their personal development. Wisdom stands for wise individuals structuring and developing youthful minds. Through our collective wisdom, we can change lives for the better. Wisdom Inc. Reducing violence, developing youth, saving lives.
Hi, I'm Michael Collier, funniest man on the planet, and you're watching TV 1061, your global network. Stay tuned, because that's how they do it over here. Big time party! All right, see y'all later.
You are tuned in to Talk Show Kings on TV 1061.
Man, what they gonna do with this black on black crime, man? I'm sick of this. Thank you for watching another edition of Talk Show Kings on TV 1061. We'll be seeing you soon.
Welcome back to Talk Show Kings, and man, we got a hot topic. The phone lines are open, so call in, let us know what you think. You might want to call in on this next topic. Everybody's talking about it. P. Diddy. P. Diddy. Now, I'm on the fence because I'm going to tell you what I believe. A lot of this, to me, is speculation and hearsay. From what I understand from this new guy, Little Rod. Now, I know about the lawsuit with Cassie, and from that, from what I gather, he was with her for 10 years. They was freaking off. I don't think that's a crime. I mean, whatever I do with my girlfriend, whatever it is, whatever they say he was bringing in sex workers to have sex with her, none of that is a crime. I mean, it's not rape. She did it. He didn't put a gun to her head. You know, I'm thinking that the elite and the powers that be is they rotating the guard. And, you know, they getting rid of the old guard and bringing in new, fresh, people to run the industry. He's just one of the older dudes that it's like it's time to go. It's your time. When the elite want you out, you're no longer their friends. They dog you out on their media. They dog you out every way they can. Because you're seeing that trend.
Yes.
You know, that trend of like they just dogging them out all of a sudden. Before this, everybody loved him. He was brother love. You know, Diddy was synonymous with black excellence. I don't know how y'all feel about that, but from where I stand,
Yeah.
his name was black excellence. Like, a billionaire black man from Harlem that made it. You know, not a lot of us don't make it that big. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And now they tearing him down. You know, they tore down Bill Cosby. And you can say what you want. You can say, well, they did this, they did that. I beg to differ, because that's why Bill's case got reversed.
Yes.
It got reversed because
Yes,
nobody was really following his case. They were only listening to what the media was saying.
Right.
And the media tends to drag black men in the court of public opinion as if they're hanging us. How do you feel about that?
I mean, you gotta really just, King of Law hit it on the nose for me, you know, as far as, you know, with the media and the hanging.
Right.
But the thing is that, you know, whether Diddy did it or not, I don't know.
Right.
I wasn't there. So I can't say what any man has done unless
Right.
I've seen it with my own
That's a
eyes,
fact.
right? So to start there, to say, hey, did he do it? I don't know if he did.
But what did he say he did? He had sex with a bunch
Well,
of girls?
they say
and stuff?
if he did, I mean, okay. Let me say this too first. Now, in that gang, in that lifestyle
Right.
that he's living and he's a part of, the fame, you know, people do anything for fame.
That's right.
You know what I mean? These women and these men, they know what they're doing when they
Right.
sign up for it.
That's a fact.
You know, and now if things went bad or went south, and now you want to try to bash a person
That's the
because
point.
you might not be getting fed like you were getting fed
That's my
before. Now I got an issue with that.
Because why wouldn't
You know
you
what I'm
saying
saying?
something before?
Right. If it really offended you, or if it really was a violation to self, I think you should have spoke on it when it happened. Not wait 5, 10 years down the line like a lot of these people do.
My sentiments exactly. brother.
Exactly. And what I would got, and another thing that I must say about our people, you know, about what I feel is really terrible of how this is what I call modern day lynching. You understand what I'm saying? Because soon as the media puts something out on one of us, guess what we do?
Tear each other down.
We run up and we comment on social media. We got our own opinions, and we're really literally crucifying this person.
Yep.
It's a modern day lynching.
Yep.
We may as well get up on Sunday and go to the yard and go to the you know, the stable and watch them hang too.
Right. And beat
But
them up.
no other race do that but us.
That's a fact.
We're the only race that will lynch our people in front of the world.
I'm glad you brought
You
that
don't
up.
see the Jews lynching their people. You don't see these other European lynching their people. But now they have tricked us into the point to where as though we are lynching our own people
That's right. Tearing them
in front of the world. Now you have destroyed Bill Cosby's life forever.
Yep.
You have destroyed R. Kelly's life forever. And not to say that these people may have done these things or have done or what they've done,
Right.
but it's not on us to lynch our own people.
I agree with you
That's the
wholeheartedly.
thing that hurts me when I see certain things like this happen. We're so quick to jump on the bandwagon and crucify our people. Just like what is the day? Resurrection Day.
Right,
What
right.
they do to Jesus?
They do it to black men.
This is
all
what we do
the
it to
time.
ourselves now.
Now,
Now, what you got to say, Kid?
I gotta play the devil's advocate.
Okay.
You know I was
On with
coming.
it.
Let's do it. Let's do
First,
it.
I'm gonna start off like this. I wear size 11 and a half. I think you wear 12, right, King D?
Yes.
I can never wear your shoes.
That's
It's
right.
not because of the shoe size. It's the trials and tribulation which you go through.
That's right.
I don't know what you do when you leave with those shoes. You don't know what I'm doing.
That's right.
You know what I got to deal with. We sit here and we talk about a person that he been doing this and he doing that. But usually, like I hear the ex-president, he said some people try to sue him 1, 2, 3. But when I get 50 people and then out your own mouth you say something, I gotta believe when you're a star, they let you do what you want to do, you know? Okay. They let you, and we know I ain't gonna be no fool to say he this all around bad guy. Yeah, he did some things, but what I'm looking at, not only come out the woodwork, I've seen the bruises on this woman, but why is she sitting there if she getting bruised? Because I hear the man synonymous in giving you pills. Him and Jay-Z was covering it for him, and then Jay-Z, they gonna be after him, I heard rumor
That's
now.
what I'm hearing,
Because if you look at
Russell
Beyonce, I
Simmons,
watched
everybody.
her. Beyonce be at the I be looking at her, she be like she in another world.
Yeah, I see
but my
that.
whole thing is allegedly saying Beyonce and Jay-Z have different houses. And then you got people going to talk. Remember I told you nothing free earlier? The bodyguards are talking. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes I heard in life when I was growing up, you can only believe 90%, but the other 10% you got to throw away because everybody want to get in there. Everybody want to comment. They want to talk. I heard this, but why you was there? R. Kelly was taking them young girls. You a dad? Why do you say, man, that's wrong?
But I'm gonna tell you, but this is the thing. If that is the case, then let that be judged in a court of law. I'm not the court of law.
Exactly.
We can't already judge a person and try to crucify a person unless for any reason. That's just not our place. We're not the judge.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Too.
And we don't have to crucify our own people because you don't know what R. Kelly went through in his whole entire life.
That's true.
He was abused.
But
he
you know-
was. You
you
see
know,
what I'm
less
saying?
than all that
And you know what I'm saying? So his mental ain't all the way together. And that's just like P. Diddy. He didn't got into this lifestyle and he probably didn't, you
happened
know,
to him.
they
Could
done
happen to
abused him too.
Yeah, they abused him.
He's been abused too.
Yeah, he's been abused.
You understand what I'm saying? So when you got an individual that's mentally unstable, you know what I'm saying? Because a person that's in their right state of mind, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to do these things.
Right.
Because they're grounded. But when you have a person that has been uprooted and now has been, this fame has been through at them and all of these other things have been
But
through
you
at
may
this
also
person,
have-
it's not
I
on
wanna bring
you
this up, though.
to really be able to crucify that
That's
person.
right.
You may as well, like I was saying, man, you may as well stand out there on Sunday and take the pictures of them.
I want to say
You
this
know,
too.
how good is that? Is that right? I mean, do y'all feel that? That's right.
I
say
have to
that.
agree with
Because you may as well string him on a
should be
tree.
calmed down.
We may as well literally
You
string
know
him
what
on
we're
a tree.
forgetting about? You know what we're forgetting about?
Literally.
The Jeffrey Epstein list.
Okay.
See, while we talking about,
We gotta
caller.
call her. Let's see who this is.
Talk show.
Yes, hello, Talk Show Kings. Who do we have the pleasure of speaking with?
Hey, this is Johnny.
Johnny, how are you doing this day, Johnny?
Where you from?
Fine, I'm doing just fine. Kings, 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 happy resurrection.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Thank you,
thank you. What is your question or what is your comment or?
This is my topic, but it all wraps into what you were talking about in the last segment. Nothing is free, and I'm not going to give anyone a pass, be he black, white, or indifferent, because these people put themselves out there. As
Well, it's-
far as us breaking down a black man or
Yes,
our own
yes,
race.
yes. But you,
Our own race
yes.
do it, and they're all out there in the media singing all this hardcore stuff. And
yeah.
come on now.
Yeah. It's not about giving a person a pass per se. It's just about me standing back and allowing the courts to do what they do, because my opinion can wave somebody else the same way. You know what I mean? Just like everybody else's opinion. I mean, and then if the people here, okay, oh yeah, his own people then gave up on him and turned their back on him. Guess what? Then he don't have a leg to stand on because nobody's going to give him a job. Nobody's going to give him a job anymore.
And that's it. That's what you say.
You know? So what do you have to say about that?
But I'm still where sometimes we do what we do as far as like a lot of what I'm hearing now in the media. I've been called a conspiracy theorist for years because I nailed this years ago.
Right.
You know, a lot of us have, and then
Yes.
as the dominoes start falling, nobody comes back and says, oh, you were right. I'm not looking for it because it is what it is.
Right.
All a spiritual walk.
Yes.
And they're getting caught up in taking allegedly rituals and all of this stuff. Well,
Yeah.
Cat Williams said there's only two sides, this side
That's
and
right.
the other side. So if you put yourself in a situation where you're getting talked about, you all out there with these little kids and allegedly, well, now this one isn't allegedly, adopting kids that you done picked
Yeah.
off the street. You didn't have to put that person in front of the camera if you didn't want to be talked about.
Hey, you know what? You got some great points. But I want to say this. From what I'm hearing, and I could be wrong, a lot of it is just freak-off parties, they calling it. FO parties, freak-off parties. And he's paying sex workers. He's paying them. He's got a bunch of girls that he has on payroll. He got that much money that he had 50 cents baby moms on the payroll. Like, yo, you want to freak off? I'm going to
I heard
pay you.
that.
So that's disgusting. I wouldn't do it. But
I mean,
to me, that's not a crime. If you like to freak off, it's your money. He's
No.
paying them.
About like the young girls. I'm strictly talking underage.
No. I'm not talking about underage. I'm talking about.
No, he's talking about underage.
Oh no. I was just talking about.
Oh yes, that's what underage.
Yeah, no. I was just saying
like
the
that.
girl Daphne who was 50 cents. Like these are grown women. I didn't hear nothing about. This is what I'm saying. I didn't hear nothing. No crime yet.
Okay, go ahead.
Man, a black guy.
Okay.
Okay, because they, like you're saying, why would they wait so long and this and that? And I was told, shit, for $1 million, I said, okay, but now if you don't get paid, what you gonna do? Because they're not
Right.
giving us anything beforehand.
Right.
You're gonna do whatever service it is first and then get paid, right?
Right.
Now, if you don't give me my money, what do I do? Walk away? Or am I going to maybe hang around and get the goods on you, and I'm coming out swinging? I don't care how long.
That's
it
what
might
Little
be.
Rod did.
And listen, and I have no problem with that because that's between the defendant and the perpetrator. You know what I mean? But I can't sit. I'm just saying, me personally, I don't get into the middle of other people's business because I feel that it's wrong. It's not saying that I'm validating what these people are doing. Don't get it twisted. I'm not validating anything. All I'm saying is that I'm not going to be a part of lynching my own people. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying if the person is right. I'm not saying he's right.
If they come with the evidence and he's
Yeah, but that's putting but we don't need to put the noose around our own people's neck. Is what I'm saying.
Well, let me say something. Let me say.
Well, they did put it around, but let them hang themselves.
But excuse me.
They don't need any help. Getting hung, right?
He did hang himself because I'm watching.
And if he did, he's going to get hung.
Literally, I'm watching Justin Bieber. The boy was 15.
Yes.
He's sitting there talking about, well, I got him on over him for 48 hours. Now, and then you got Usher saying, P. Diddy said we used to fight over cereal. I don't know no grown man on that
Right,
set.
yeah, stuff
he
like
rushed
that.
over some cereal with a kid
Right,
over the cereal. Come on, because see, a lot of things you say, put yourself in a blank.
sound weird.
Now,
Yeah. And I get it.
and you know, Usher ain't gonna say anything. Somebody interviewed Usher and said, would you let your kid
Yeah,
go
he said
be
no.
about
He said
P.
hell
Diddy?
no.
Nah,
Would I let my kid be with P. Diddy?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No, listen, if you ask me, would I allow my child to go and visit P. Diddy? Probably not.
But a lot of people
it's
would.
just not my place.
did it for the
it's not my
money.
place. This is I'm just giving you King Darwin's personal opinion on how, and it's not just with P. Diddy. It's with other people that, understand that other women or men have made allegations about, and that we've been so quick to jump on the bandwagon and literally,
why I gotta go with you on that one?
person,
Bill Cosby.
Yes, exactly.
Let me tell you a story.
This are people.
This is a
in
real
front of the
story.
world.
Let me tell you something, Miss and audience. I wrote a book called The Moment of Truth, right? And in that book, I did research. I was concerned about Bill Cosby because I grew up. He was a hero to me. I don't care what nobody says.
Yeah,
he was a hero. He was
yeah.
a black man on TV, a doctor.
Yes.
Everything was cool. I took it upon myself to do a FOIA, a Freedom of Information Act, on his case. Before he was let out of jail, the book was published, and I was telling people, if you really go look at his case, he's not.
They hung up.
If you look at his case, it's not what the media is telling you it is. That's why I said, oh man, he got his case reversed, because if you looked at the case, right? If you looked at the case and not what the media was saying, but 50 girls on the cover and all this stuff, all that was the media. The real truth was a lady that he knew that he had sex with, that him and his wife, they had a deposition that he admitted. Yeah, I cheated on you with this lady, right? The lady came to his house. He knew the lady. She asked him I got a headache. Oh, I'll get you something out of my medicine cabinet. That's what he went to jail for. See, they didn't tell nobody that though.
Right.
Then what they did was tell you, Bill Cosby be doing this to women and putting stuff in their drink and
Are you
all
still there?
this. Right?
Yeah, I'm listening.
But what happened was, why the case got thrown out, because I kept saying, I know a little bit about law, and I said, this don't even sound right. Why the media ain't telling us this? And then he got reversed. Same thing.
Okay.
Same thing with.
Okay. So do you have another question, ma'am?
This is a hot one. We getting some.
I do understand a lot of what you're saying. But
Thank you for your call.
Yes.
I understand the fact that they might not really be looking for nothing to incriminate him as much as looking for stuff like how many high-powered people that might be instigated in that so they can cover
Yes.
up.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So I
Absolutely.
do understand the whole thing.
Yes.
But a lot of these people, I mainly comment on or really get drove about stuff that people themselves or you on here spitting out your own mouth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That way it's not hearsay. You get on there, you want me to talk
That's
about
what they
it.
doing.
Why look at Housewives of Atlanta when I can tune into them?
Yeah, and that's what a lot of us get off on.
Wait, what a
We get off on, other people, other people. We got other callers coming in. We sure thank you for so much.
Thank you, Miss
Thank
Johnny.
you.
That's a good word.
All right, thank you very much, and we'll talk to you. Hopefully, call back in next week.
All righty.
All right, bye. We got another caller.
Wow, they calling in, huh?
Yeah. Hello, Talk Show Kings, who we had the pleasure of speaking with.
Hello, calling from California.
Okay, how are you?
Just listening to you, everyone getting overly emotional, explaining what's happening. we're living in a falling world
Mm.
rapidly,
Absolutely.
and it's all broke out.
That's
So
right.
there's a time for everything, and for everything there's a purpose.
Yes.
We have to learn to let go and let God work,
There you go.
regardless of how He's working.
That's right.
And we definitely, as females, go through a lot of, blaspheming about how we live and how we act and how we do men.
Mm-hmm.
Let's care and love like God loves. Love everyone.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Nice message, man.
Yes,
On an Easter
yes.
Sunday, I appreciate that.
Yes, that definitely was some
I
powerful
agree with
words,
you also.
and I definitely agree with you, and that's why I fall back when I hear a lot of what the media is putting out,
Right.
and what people are saying, because it's not for me to judge that person.
I
If-
think you've lost you.
I said, can you hear me? Can you hear us? You gone?
Okay, go to the next call.
Yes, hello? Okay, we might have lost her. But that's what, brothers, that's what I was saying. You know what I'm saying? It is judgment.
Yeah.
It looks like judgment.
It is.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay,
if you look at a lot of
they-
things that's going on around here, it looks like everybody is getting judged right now.
Well, okay, let me just say this to you. I watched another episode, and it was a white episode. It's white folks, they airing. Well, let me tell you about P. Diddy. Now, I had a problem with that. Now you want to tell me about P. Diddy. What do you know about us black people, what we doing over here?
Okay.
And nobody is saying nothing about Trump. They barely see two words. The man breaking all kind of laws. He's talking about the judge's daughter,
And this is
he's
what
supposed
I'm
to be in
saying.
jail.
See how
and
they
they're not
don't-
using the big thing.
See how they don't give up on their
I'll go the other way
See how
with
they,
that,
see
though.
that, see how they don't throw their people up under the bus?
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we so quick to throw our people up under the bus?
I do understand.
I see what
that.
I'm gonna say this about Mr. Trump. I feel like what they doing to him, they've been doing to black men this whole time we've been here. Meaning, putting charges on you, stacking the deck, keep stacking it, and then some of the shit will be like, damn, this shit ain't even constitutional. This
Right.
ain't even right. You
That's
know what I
right,
mean?
that's right,
'Cause it's
that's
a political thing.
I feel
so.
so.
I just want to say that. You
I'm
know
with
what I
you
mean?
on that.
I understand. We gotta talk about politics sometimes.
Well, politics
It's
to
coming
me
up.
is like
It's going to be a show.
Yeah, it's gonna be a show. Yeah,
Please stay
because-
tuned for that show.
Definitely, because
that's
November
you think
is
this is hot.
coming.
Yeah, well, we'll get that one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
But
Yes.
with Diddy, man, I'm with you that we need to calm down, let the evidence come out. Cause I'm telling you, I'm following it. All I keep hearing is he's freaking off. He's freaking off.
Well, let
Now,
that man
one
get
time-
what he got
and
coming.
listen, and
If he got that
here's the
coming.
other thing.
If he got it
Now,
coming, he's
I'm
going
not
to get
proud
it.
to say this, right? But I've been in the jail system when I was young.
Yes.
Right. And I'm gonna tell you, the feds don't play with you. This cat and mouse game they've been doing with him, that's another thing that's a red flag. That's like, wait a minute. We know when they want you, they listen. Put your
They
head
come
behind you.
get you.
They ain't no going on the jet. Oh, the jet.
Well, because he spoke
then he's
against them. When you speak against them, we coming after you. It's like the blue wall. If you speak against the
Right.
blue wall, we're going to come after you. Everybody give you a hard time.
Yes.
One guy said, I got stopped 32 times,
But-
man. Y'all know who I am.
But my point is
right.
that this game they playing, this cat and mouse, that the plane is over here was a decoy. He's in Miami with Stevie J yesterday.
Right.
If the feds want you,
Right.
they coming to get
If
you.
it's
Ain't nothing
something
you
they
can
got
do. Ain't
on
no
you.
flying around, all that.
I think 50 Cent said that. He said if they, but they raided both his homes, and that's been true.
Right.
But the thing about it, I'm looking at his kids handcuffed.
That's
and
sad.
that's your sons. You leave them there. And then I got two sons. They're talking about, well, I ain't got nothing to say to my dad. And one of the wives, the one he had baby for, she spoke, I would want to get my child out of there. But then again, let's keep it real. You know what's going on. And I don't care what nobody say. There ain't nothing free. You put you in a situation.
All right, we going back to
Just like I look at Trump's wife. She married him for a reason. Come on,
Yeah,
man.
he's
It
a
was
billionaire.
his. Mike Tyson, when he got with that woman, said he raped me. Yeah, he was making that money, knocking folks out. I keep going back to the same thing.
Yeah,
When we
he's
gonna
crazy.
stop and say, listen to me? A lot of time, as somebody said, you incriminate yourself because you be talking on the camera. I mean, the man said, somebody asked P. Diddy, if the man gay or not, I care less.
Right.
I know I'm heterosexual.
Right.
But if you that's on your issue. He say, hey, let's get down to the chase. Are you homosexual? You like men and women. He say, is the how I feel at the
Something like
moment.
that, the money he like Bob or something.
Well, I feel that
That's the
moment.
first time
Did he
I
say,
heard him
"Did you
say
sleep
that.
with this
I thought
guy?"
that was AI.
Well,
when
he
I
was
seen
with
that.
Al. What was the guy, the big producer out there now? Allegedly, you know, Davis. Was it Al Davis?
Oh, you talking about Clive Davis.
Clyde Davis.
Yeah, he was
Clyde
openly
Davis.
gay, man. And, you know,
Allegedly.
keep giving him
But
money.
like you say,
the
that's
thing.
not a crime, but at the same time, that's his abuse because that's the price he had to pay to get where he's at today.
Yeah, he had to
and
pay a
they
price.
say that he trained Diddy,
That's right.
and so now Diddy
to everybody else.
and has done it to everyone else. This is allegedly, you know.
Allegedly, yeah.
But at the same time, like I said, and if he did do something, I mean, that's
got
on
to
his
court.
price he got.
Exactly.
He's gonna have a day in court.
You know, I'm not gonna sit up here and just say, oh, you know, and just bash my people, man.
But
because that's what they want us to do.
Yeah.
We gotta have some loyalty amongst ourselves.
But as you said earlier,
If
a
you-
lot of people throw our kids under the bus.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, come on now. When they was talking about Aaliyah and R. Kelly.
Yeah,
and
right.
all, the mom wanted this.
They knew it.
She wanted the rights.
Mother and the father.
Allegedly, she got the rights to all her music. Nobody's saying nothing.
Yeah.
You see, don't get me wrong. R. Kelly was talented. The guy's talented.
Very talented.
And all
Yes,
that.
very.
But the same thing, one of his best friends I was friends with in California. He know Rob. He know him because he's talked to him daily. But at the same time, when you got everybody coming at you, girls, I want to be with you. Nah, cut it out. People
Well, you
sneaking in
gotta-
your room. And then the first thing is being in television, you know, things happen, you know. So,
Right.
you know, people hide in your room and everything.
Hey, but
So, yeah.
hey, that's it. That's it for today, man. We gotta shut it down.
We can't
The
say a last
producer-
thing, last
the
word.
Producers
Give
giving
us
us
a
the
last
red
word.
light.
You know,
Hey,
last word is.
I know it's
you know.
a good topic. I'm just gonna say, man, like King Darwin said, I'm gonna wait for the smoke to clear, see what all the evidence is. If he's raping people or whatever, abusing people, then it should be evidence and it should be judged in the court and by God.
And like I said, you know, I already spoke my piece on that, and you know, and I just, you know, I want us to really think about some of the things that we're doing out here because I feel that it's really hurting us more than helping us.
Hey.
You know, we can't, you know, be the ones to take our own people down.
Hey.
They've been doing it for years.
That's right.
Okay, my final thoughts, I'm just going to say that TV 1061,
That's
now they
right.
have acting classes going to be. If you're interested, on the screen, call now, the book for classes. We'll see you soon. Thank you.
And with that being
And
said,
with that, peace. See you next week. Talk Show Kings.
You are tuned in to Talk Show Kings on TV 1061.
Man, what they going to do with this black on black crime, man? I'm sick of this. Thank you for watching another edition of Talk Show Kings on TV 1061. We'll be seeing you soon.